Welcome to Maths with Bob. We're looking at the 3-minute series. This is the Quadratic Inequations, problem number 1. Okay, now first up is this is a quadratic. As you can see, there's a 2 here. This is a quadratic expression, and the less than or equal to 0 means it's a, well, instead of an equation, there'll be an equal sign here. This is an inequality symbol, so it becomes an inequation. And we have to basically find like a domain for x which satisfies this inequation. Okay, so the first thing is, how do we solve something like this? Well, if we can factor it and graph it, it's going to be much easier, and that's what we're actually going to do. Now, how do we know whether we can actually factor it just by looking at it? Well, we can check the delta, the discriminant, which is b squared, which is what? 2 squared is 4, minus 4 3s are 12, times minus 5, 60, 64. Yes, okay, perfect square, fantastic. We can actually factor this. Okay, so let's actually have a quick look. Okay, now we factor it using the cross method. Okay, now the first thing is, let's actually a few things here. Okay, so if you had never used the cross method before, this is you look at the 3x squared, right, and also actually the negative 5 over here, and you basically look at the factors of 3x and you put them down on the cross. So you first of all draw the cross, and you put the factors of 3x squared down here, 3x and x, and you look at the obviously negative 5, and put the factors down here, 5 and negative 1, and you check the cross. The cross, you just multiply along the cross, so you go basically, you're going to go 3x times minus 1, and then you add on 5 times x, and if it actually adds up to the 2x, you're fine, which it does in this case. Then you read the factors across the top, 3x plus 5 and x minus 1, and you can see here these are the factors. Then you can sketch it quite nicely, because you can sketch this very easily. Okay, so you just go over here and have a quick look. This is the sketch of it, and we've got to basically try and work out, just grab one of these pens, where is it less than? The quadratic is the parabola, so where is it less? Now you can see here down this yellow area where I'm just coloring in here, the actual quadratic drops below 0. Now 0 is the x-axis, okay, so it's actually less than equal to 0 under here. So between these two x values here, this x value and this x value, will generate a y value which drops down or dips down. Now if I go across on this side, obviously it creates a y value which is larger than 0. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the solution. Okay, now the solution obviously is just going to be the x values in between here and here. These are obviously x is between minus 513 and 1. Okay, you see here x such that negative 513 x is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 1. So what we're after is the domain of x, basically, which is going to generate y values which are less than or equal to 0, which is underneath here. Okay, so we're looking at these x values here. We'll in fact generate y values down here. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.